Hello Fiends and collectors, this is me, Daniel East 1000, back again with another video. Today we're going to be having a look at my Christmas haul. Belated greetings. Merry Christmas to you all. I hope you've had a wonderful time with family, loved ones, and you got all the presents that you could possibly have hoped for. You ate all the great, lovely food, and you just had a whale of a time. Had a bit of a chill, because you deserved it. And more importantly, I hope you tested negative for COVID. And if you did test positive, I hope you got through it. I've got quite a few bits to get through. If you feel like sharing what you got in the comment section down below, please do. I'd love to hear what you got. I'd love to hear what you got up to. Let me know all the things. So, because there's quite a stack here, let's get into it. First, we're going to go into stuff that I didn't actually get for Christmas, because a bit of a Christmas miracle happened. A lot of my deliveries have started to come through. So the first one was just before I was going to go back home for Christmas. It's a wave, but I've been waiting on one figure, like most people have who've pre-ordered full bulk waves. And it's been ages on waiting on this, because all the figures have pretty much been released at retail. One of which I did end up buckling and getting at retail. I'll explain the reason in a minute. Let's get into it. So the figure that we were all waiting on, for those of us that pre-ordered waves, in the UK at least, was Cosca Reeves. It's a fantastic figgy. A lot of people I've seen do reviews on this have had figures with wonky hair, hence why Hasbro started putting helmets on their figures in the packaging to hide that fact. Luckily mine was a good one. I'm pretty chuffed about that. Maybe probably pays to wait out for figures because the production run gets tweaked, maybe, I don't know. Ants on a postcard. It is what it is. Next up, Zero. I've had a little fiddle around with all these figures, and Zero's the one that, I love this figure actually, although there is a couple of little things like a little bit finicky, a little bit potentially problematic in the future, but there he is. Hopefully we can get a Mayfeld from season 1. Next up we've got General Lando Calrissian. It's another Lando, it's a Lando that we've needed, and I'm really pleased that we've finally got him. A little bit basic, but that's fine, because all these figures are quite unique, I would say. Aura Singh, which is the one that I've been most excited for. Coincidentally was the one that actually got released first at retail over here in the UK, and it was very, very tempting to pick this one up when it was at retail. I'm pretty sure Hasbro will probably do a repaint of this at some point with her in the black gear rather than red, just so they do like a Jedi Hunter Aura Singh. It's something I can see them doing now that they've got this into production. We'll see what happens, but that's a very, very cool figgy. Really, really impressed with this one. I think all the figures in this wave absolutely slap, some harder than others. The most annoying one, it's not by no means bad, but this is the one that I bought previously to receiving this wave when I saw it at retail. It is none other than Tech. Now, he does feature some additional accessories in there, and that does bring me on to my Christmas haul in a minute. So basically this Tech has some missing things, namely his goggles, which I have done a little rant on, up there for the live stream I did with Forces with Jesse and Sith Lord 229 if you want to watch that. And there are some little missing paint apps, which I might, if I can be arsed, add on to this figure. This one's going to be the modded version, then I've got a standard Hasbro Affair version that I can have wearing the helmet. Namely, the Christmas present that I asked for. I said to someone, this is one thing I would really like. Don't question it, I know it's a little bit mad. So they ordered me it off of eBay. I can't remember who the person who 3D printed it is, or the person who modelled it and stuff like that. I wish I did. Whoever did it, they did a bang up job. Text data pad, which I don't understand why they didn't include, honestly. So I've painted that up. That's my paint job, just to let you know. Give it a bit of a weathering. So there's his data pad, and then also his goggles, of which, again, also my paint job. Sorry, I'm looking in the thing to make sure it's in focus, because you don't want to see something that's out of focus. You don't know what it is. But there's his little goggles, and they sit rather very snugly on his head. If I just get Tech out, that to me is a massive, massive improvement. So I'm very, very happy with that. And then when you add the data pad in his hand, it looks even better. So that's me happy now, because that was just something that was really getting under my skin when I saw Hasbro reveal a picture of this figure. Yeah, really pleased with that Christmas present. So as we're talking about painting things, that probably brings me on to the best part of this video about the presents that I received, namely one of which is a bit of a surprise one for me. I'm not going to show you everything because no one wants to see what pants I got for Christmas or socks, you know, sweet treats that I'm just going to devour. Let's have a look at the things that would tickle your pickles. So the first thing, as most of you know, I've been doing my painting videos. I've been really enjoying them. I think some people have been enjoying them. If you haven't watched them, check them out. It's where I've been doing the most work and editing. If you want to, it is literally like watching paint dry, so it's entirely up to you. If it's not your bag, that's fair enough, that's fine. If you're just here for figures, then certainly subscribe for figures, because that's our main shtick here. One of my presents was this, of which is it's got my paintbrushes in because I've been using it. It's a wet palette, which I said, not on YouTube, but to myself, I said I'd never really use, just because I'm happy filling my paints on a little plastic thing I've got. That's purely down to stubbornness, I think, and you know, you kind of get into a process of doing something and you don't really sometimes challenge yourself with things that you do. Well, receiving this for Christmas was great. Because it actually forced me to say, you know what, I'm going to have a go with this, see what everyone's talking about, because I've seen a lot of people talk about using a wet palette and how much it is. It's a simple game changer, and I can confirm it is a game changer, just because it automatically sort of thins your paints. You can get some nice blends. It's a joy to use. It's a joy to use, and I don't know why I haven't used one sooner. I'm kind of annoyed at how stubborn I've been not to use one. This was a fantastic present. I'm really, really happy with this. So naturally, I did get some miniatures. Director Orson Krennic and the 1.4 FD laser cannon team. As we're talking about miniatures, I got this box set of minis to work on. Oh, you saw it there. Anyway, we'll show it you. Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, Battle at Barlins Tomb. This is a box game that Games Workshop have put out for the 20th anniversary of Lord of the Rings, and it's basically just recreates the scene in Barlins Tomb. The Fellowship surrounded by tons of Moria goblins, and there's a big cave troll. The game is basically you've got to stave off the orc and goblin attack, and it gives you a load of miniatures to work on. I'm just trying to be careful because I did paint all the miniatures over Christmas, of which you can kind of see there. I will nab some pictures for you so you can take a look at them. And my paint job, it took me a full day to do them, and I'm very, very proud of myself for doing that. Yeah, that gave me a good painting project over the Christmas period, and I did manage to get them done so we could get a game in. That's always a bonus. That's what we're looking for in miniature painting wargaming life, even though I'm not much of a wargamer, to be honest with you. If we get back onto figures that I got for Christmas, I've got quite a few bits that aren't really Star Wars related, shockingly, but we got Loki, because as some people may or may not know, I am a bit of a Loki fan. I love Loki. Loki's one of my favourite Marvel villains and overall characters, really. So we've got a classic Loki in this very retro style packaging. I'm going to keep this boxed, I think, and I love it. I think it's great. It comes with 2 interchangeable hands, it comes with some daggers, and the box just looks very, very retro. So that's a Marvel Legends Loki. Really pleased with him. Next up, we've got some Warhammer figures. I've always wanted to see Games Workshop do action figures based on their miniatures. Well, they've never done it until now, until Todd McFarlane Toys have come along and said, yeah, we'll do it. Bandai also had a stint at doing some action figures, but they were a bit spenny. I know they did one at least. They did the Space Marine, and it was made to order. So we finally got some Warhammer figures at retail. Starting off, we've got the Sister of Battle, a stunning figure. I must admit, some of the McFarlane Warhammer figures are a little bit hit and miss. The quality on them is pretty damn good. They're sturdy figures, but some of the design choices and recolorations, I would say, are a little bit hit and miss. But the Sister of Battle looks great, and was one that I was really wanting. The Space Marine, which I got, fantastic, love him. This is an Assault Intercessor, a blue boy. Looking really, really rad. Necron flayed one for them to fight against. This guy has some human skin draped over his face and on his armour, and he looks really badass. Very Freddy Krueger-like fingers. Like I said, some of the recolorations, you can just see it there. The Sister of Battle in the Order of the Bloody Rose doesn't really do it for me personally. The Tyrannid looks awesome, however, and I may have to get that one. But yeah, some of them are a little bit hit and miss. I'm also going to really cherry pick these, if any of them tickle my pickle, really. So moving back onto Star Wars, naturally, we've got some micro fighters. We've got Boba Fett and Darth Maul. I think these are really fun. I was a little bit snobbish to begin with when I saw these, and I've seen a couple of reviews and they're actually really quite endearing and quite fun. Naturally, I did want a Darth Maul to go with my Darth Maul shrine, as and when I can get that set up. Also, nice little stocking filler pieces. 10 out of 10, I would recommend these if they scratch your itch. It's not something that's for everyone. Coming back onto Star Wars The Black Series, because we all know how much I love Black Series. Shock Trooper. This guy I've been waiting on some time for. It wasn't really one that I wanted to particularly rush out and get because it's another trooper. I'm not a big trooper collector, even though I do like collecting them. They're not the sort of thing I rush out to get, and it's always the sort of thing I ask for my birthday or Christmas kind of deal. So yeah, that's what I got for Christmas, a Shock Trooper. So that's another Black Series figure. Then, if you just bear with me, because I've got to get the next thing because it's a bit chonky. So apologies, because I've opened it and I've had a little play and I couldn't really get it all reboxed as to how it looked, because it does look really awesome and it's all boxed up and everything's in the packaging as it should be. I was just a bit too excited on Christmas Day. I was like a kid at Christmas, particularly when I saw this, because I didn't know if I was going to be able to get it, but I did, and I'm so happy with this. It's the Star Wars Power of the Force Cantina Showdown set. Now the figures are in there. They're just all kind of mixed in because I had to bring them back home and transport and whatnot. But yeah, they're all typically stood up. I'll put a picture in of how it should look because it does look badass. But the finish on the packaging is just stunning. Nothing short of stunning. And so retro feeling, and it's fantastic. If you are a box collector, this is one that you should definitely get for your box collection. So this recreates the scene from A New Hope where Luke gets harassed basically by Ponda Baba and Dr. Everson. Obi-Wan comes along, slices Ponda Baba's arm off. Disappointingly, this edition doesn't feature a removable arm for Ponda Baba like the vintage collection one does, which is very annoying personally. However, the Ponda Baba does come with the flippers, which the standard release won't, sadly. Don't know why that is. It's such a simple thing they could pack in, but there we go. I'll definitely be doing a review on this just because it comes with a Cantina and bar scene, just so you can have a look at that. So yeah, this is fantastic. That's my Christmas haul. I'm really pleased with the stuff that I got for Christmas. But as I said, things are getting released now, finally, over to the UK. They're making the way. And another little Christmas miracle was I got an email just before Christmas saying an item has been dispatched. I just got it yesterday, and it's a figure I've been waiting absolutely, it feels like ages on. Again, like with that first wave that we looked at that I didn't get as a Christmas present. Wrecker! I couldn't believe it, and particularly couldn't believe it when people were saying that they were seeing him at Smith's. They're on shelves now. Mad. Absolutely mad. So I've waited like a day longer than some people to get this guy. For those who didn't pre-order it and just went out and bought him, that's fine. I mean, it's just been all over the place this year in terms of pre-orders and receiving figures. But I'm really happy to have this guy in my collection. It's just the nature of the beast of things. He's absolutely fantastic. I think he's my favourite, potentially, out of the Bad Batch crew. I think they've all been consistently good and improved with each release. So that concludes it. That is my haul. Now I need to edit this. I hope you enjoyed having a look at that. I hope you all, like I said at the start of the video, had a brilliant Christmas. Let me know what you guys got. Let me know what you got up to. Let me know your hopes and dreams for next year. And if I don't see you before next year, I hope you have a very happy new year. And this is me, Daniel East 1000, sign out. Thank you very much for watching.